Welcome to session 3, module 4, part 2 of this crystal switching systems. So far we discussed on the DSS software architecture at the three important level controls. So next we'll go ahead with the discussion of DSS software classification. So the block diagram here, it will indicate four main blocks surrounding one the circular block that is called control and call processing software. That is a base or generic type. Generic means genuine type. Okay. So this generic software has a direct interaction with each of these blocks, like office data, translation data, SMS and SFS. And each of these surrounding four blocks can interact with each other. For that they need to depend on the software. That's why it has been shown by this symbol. Okay. So this is how we have to explain about the block diagram. So next we can start explaining each of these blocks by telling that basically the DSS switching software is classified into 5 elements, like switch feature software, switch maintenance software, office data, translation data, and this one. Okay. Now we'll see one by one. Switching software mainly it consists of a group of programs, we can tell, or softwares. Like a call processing software mainly deals with supervisory operation. Whatever we learned so far, supervisory operation, that briefly you try to include here. That basically it is handled by this call processing software. And also we have came across the supervisory operation in the intra and inter LM call processing. Okay, so we try to include that briefly about supervisory operation here, and at the end you can tell that it is managed by the call processing software. Next, switching fabric control software. So this software is mainly concerned with controlling the access of switching fabric. See, basically the switching fabric is nothing but a matrix of cross points. Okay, so in order to access which of the two coordinates to be accessed and what is the shortest path for the particular call establishment is decided by NCP and IC and CP altogether. So that is actually managed by this switching fabric control software. Next one is a network control software. This is mainly concerned with the second level control, that is NCP, that already we discussed in the last video. NCP recovery, system recovery will come into picture here. Okay, so here if one of the NCP is made as a control, then it is responsible for the recovery of the failed one of the remaining NCPs. Otherwise CP will come into picture. So that whole management is controlled by this network control software, managed by this network control software. Next, periphery control software. Periphery means where our line modules are there, trunk modules are there in level 1. Okay, where all your lines or trunks are going to terminate. So what it is going to manage? It is going to manage that where means what all the tasks are there, functions are of LMs and TMs, that is managed by this periphery control software. Also it will look after the ICs. ICs functions will be scheduled by this with the help of the kernel of level 1 RTOS, periphery control, because it needs to control LMs and TMs which are interfacing with the IC. Okay, so here also you can tell that what LM is going to do. In LM, if it is going to look after a set of subscriber lines which are going to terminate in the LM at particular line terminating equipment, where they will be verified that whether subscriber line is a fault or is there or not, or call is genuine or not. All those things will be verified or authenticated by the LM. That is actually controlled by the IC or in turn by this periphery control software. If one of the LMs or TMs will fail, that is also managed by this periphery control software. So like that, see all these 4 points. See, one thing I want to mention here, whatever all the things we are discussing in this part 2 module 4, it is from Sayabili book. So very briefly he has given the answers. So even you won't get any much explanation in the notes also. Try to listen to this my video seriously and again, so that you can try to summarize your points in your answers. So don't worry. So whatever you learned so far, like here supervisory operation you learned, here you know about switching fabric, here you know about level 2 control NCP what it is doing, here you know about periphery control what it is doing. So all that knowledge already you have learned in the previous modules or videos. Same thing you try to reproduce here in a good way, so that it can justify the answer for the switching software. Okay. So under periphery control software, another thing that is coming here is that IC is also going to look after special service circuit routine, so that they are to be attached to the LMs or TMs or not. That is also decided or managed by this software. Next, switch maintenance software. So here it is mainly concerned with a set of hardware and software which are to be managed or maintained by this group of softwares. For example, digital switch diagnostics. If one of the switch like junction circuit or tandem circuit will fail, then automatically it should diagnose it by itself, or that could be detected and manually it should be repaired in time. That is called digital switch diagnostics. Automatic line test, whether line is faulty or not, that will be done in the LM. System recovery, that level 2 it is happening, patching, temporary recovery or fixing of the bugs, and trunk tests, all the things are coming under switch maintenance software. Next comes office data. So DSS have suffered outages due to wrong, improperly defined office data. So here outages means what? Office data and outages. One local exchange office or common office will maintain this office data containing many hardware and software related parameters. Okay. So any local exchange office, if it is about to be installed or established, it will purchase software modules, hardware modules. Okay. And each and one is coming with its own particular vendor or supplier with particular period of warranty and lifetime. Even beyond that, if you start using, then efficiency or service of this particular telecom is go on decreasing. That is called outage. So sometimes the outage will also occur because of improperly defined office data. So technical person may be not properly seeing when the particular device or module is serviced, whether its warranty period is over or not, still you are using, or like that. So because of that reason also outages will occur. So like that. So here for a particular PC to operate correctly, OS has to know which type of color monitor to be there, so that correct drivers are installed or size and type of hard disk to be installed, like that. So like that we have here with respect to DSS hardware parameters like how many number of NCPs are there in CO, 5 or 10 or like that, because under one NCP again a set of LMs and TMs and ICs are coming there. Number of line controllers in common office, how many line controllers are there, line modules are there, okay, interface controllers are there, maximum number of lines for which COE is designed. See, normally the local exchange office or common office is to be designed to handle maximum number of customers or number of lines. Total number of line equipments corresponding to these number lines, maximum number of trunks and types of trunks like junction, tandem, like that. Total number of trunks of each type, when they got serviced, what are their warranty period, and ringing units, multi-frequency systems, dial-up systems, like that. So all those things should be maintained properly in the office data, which is coming under hardware. Similarly, the software parameters like AMA registers, that is automatic message accounting registers, which plays important role. When the call is established, they will start counting the time duration for which the call is going on. When the call conversation will be stopped, automatically the balance return sheet will be sent to both. Number and types of traffic registers, which will take care of the telecom traffic. Size and buffers of various telephony functions, names and types of features which are to be supported, like three-way calling or call diverting, call waiting, like that, which are all coming under software parameters. See, all these parameters like hardware or software, which are there or looked into the tables of office data, are system specific, DSS system specific or CO specific. Okay, so this all how you can write about office data. So far we have seen switch maintenance software, switch switching software, then next office data, next translation data. So how the office data is specific to CO, similarly TD is also specific to the subscriber data. So mainly it consists of directory numbers. You heard about directory numbers, no? Like that. So this directory numbers will be assigned to each line equipment number, where each subscriber line is going to terminate. Listen here carefully. This is mainly concerned with assignment of directory number, means your 10 digit or whatever landline 7 or 8 digit number, that is assigned to the your corresponding line equipment number, where your telephone line is going to terminate in the common office. So here the mapping is happening from line equipment number to the your directory number, or directory number to the line equipment number. That mapping will be kept on the table, translation tables. That is a translation table that is mapping from directory number to the line equipment number. Similarly, it is also concerned with the translation data, is also concerned with the features subscribed to the particular customer, like just now I told call waiting or three-way calling or call forwarding, and call restrictions like incoming, outgoing calls, like that. It also consists of 3-digit translators or STD call translators, like if you are dialing, requesting STD dialing, it will look for area code translators, which is mainly concerned with the STD. International call translators, which will look into the tables of mapping of the subsequent paths from all the way your call to the next customer who is sitting in another country. Like that, hundreds of translation tables will be there, which are kept as a translation data in the common office. So if CO is a new installation, then much of the information can be had from the telephone company. Around 3 to 6 months telecom traffic will be considered in order to install the common office. This is how you can explain about the translation data. Next we'll look into the feature software. Most of the features implemented in modern DSS offer through feature. So they are designed to be modular. Modular means you can easily dismantle them, redesign them, modify them, and reuse them. Combine and reuse them. That is modularity. Can be added to DSH as per the requirements of telephone company. Okay. Some of the examples are SCP database. I want you to remember them, so you are not bothering much in detail about them. Okay. So ISDN basic rate, STP extensions, like that. So depending on the DSS, these feature packages can be extensive and large. Okay. So